Guys, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys had an amazing March and you enjoyed the Venus retrograde, which is in full swing right now. Venus goes direct April 16th, and it's been a hell of a ride in my opinion. Like, almost broke up. Like, literally trial separation. Yeah, like, didn't actually happen, but my only defense pretty much was it's Venus retrograde, don't make any decisions. So yeah, I've been feeling it. And now Mercury is about to go retrograde at the end of the month. So there's that, which is fun. If you guys don't know about Venus retrograde, Venus is the planet of love, relationships, romance, creativity, finances, like hobby finances, legal partnerships, just legal whatever. Venus rules all that. So when Venus goes retrograde, aka seems like it's moving backwards in the sky, it forces us, and yeah, force is absolutely the word to use there, forces us to re-examine all those areas that we just sort of, put back here. So a lot of stuff coming up. I got married during the Venus retrograde, so of course, 2 years later when Venus goes retrograde again, that's when it's really going to put the strain on the marriage. Like, it's obvious, like, when it comes to the planetary guides, but when it's actually working in real life back down here on Earth, it still sucks. Like, even though you know what's going on, you still can't really prepare for it. And like I said, like, my only argument, our entire fight was, it's Venus retrograde. Like, what does that mean to him, right? So keep that in mind, that it might feel like your world is falling apart and like you have no control, but it's just because of what's going on in the sky. Jupiter is retrograde right now, so Jupiter is all about luck and optimism. That's moving backwards. We have Mercury, which is all about communication and travel and, technology. That's moving backwards. So it's just, astrology speaking, it's just a crazy time right now. We just had the new moon in Aries, which was very fiery, which was very impulsive. A lot of new beginnings. Aries, we're essentially in the first it's like astrology new year, because we're in Aries season now. And Aries is the leader, all about newness, change. And when you have that during a 2017 numerology global 1 year, which is all about beginnings, like, things are changing this year. Like, we just need to acknowledge that. Things are changing, and in order for new changes to come in, stuff has to end. And the good thing about things ending this year as opposed to last year is that last year it felt like things just ended, and you couldn't get any newness in. Now, anything that ends this year, you're instantly going to find something new like that. It's almost like as soon as you make the space for it, it's replaced with something hopefully better. So keep that in mind. During this Venus retrograde, I hit 1,000 subscribers. Woo! So happy, so proud. Thank you so much. Love it. Feels great. Feels empowering. Because of that, during the Venus retrograde, I wanted to send out a giveaway, a little prize, just to say thank you to you guys. Thank you so much. All you have to do at the end of this video, I'll post a link to the 1K giveaway video. Like, comment that you love yourself, which will be easy, I'm sure, and then share it, and I will pick a winner on April 16th. I hope it's you, because it's a beautiful crystal stone set with the Happy Energy blend, and the Happy Energy blend has bergamot in it, which is so incredible, especially to use it right now during these energy shifts. The Happy Energy is going to allow you to get through it, because a lot of ups and downs right now, and if we can just use the tools of the universe to stabilize ourselves through the crystals, through oils, we'll be able to work with it a lot easier, okay? So another thing, just want to touch base with you guys and let you guys know that I am expanding the channel. I'm going to start doing more spirituality-based videos, some more videos based on my spiritual awakening journey, your spiritual journey. I'm going to talk about astrology in depth. I'm going to talk about numerology, which I love, and numerology will change your life once it's the easiest thing to figure out. I'm horrible with math, but I'll be there. Like, someone gives me their birthday, and I'm just like counting in my head. Once you can figure out numerology of people, plus their sun sign, it makes life so much easier. Like, we don't even realize the tools that we have when it comes to understanding our relationships, when it comes to understanding our cycles. It's incredible. So I'm going to start making those videos. And before I make those videos, I want to let you know that I'm going to start including indigo oracle cards in the spreads, just to kind of hone in on everything and allow the light workers and the star seeds to understand the reading a little bit more. So it just pumps up the reading, and it allows us to get more of a clear focus on our spiritual journey when it comes to our angel cards. Okay, so I'm going to get started here. I think I've said enough. Ooh, beautiful card to pop out. And on that note, okay, wow. Amazing. Amazing. This is the shadow card. This is what's going on. This is what the spread wants to talk to you about. And that's about your powers of manifestation. Personally, I manifested something really shitty during the new moon in Aries. I started arguing about my finances, and yeah, that manifested quick times and really screwed myself over financially. But the good thing about that is it created a silver lining. It created stress for me to grow from, and also made me realize the power of the lunar phases. Like, I know I always talk about manifesting with the new moon, but to see that in action was just a reaffirmation, reaffirming that, hello, do not talk about anything negative on the new moon. Talk about it on the full moon. Release it. Say, I hate whatever, and just let it go. But on the new moon, whatever you say you hate, whatever you say you don't want, that's exactly what you're pulling in. So time to really just focus on, you know, you guys we're really optimistic right now, really creative. March should have been a pretty good month. April is going to be a beautiful, beautiful month. I can just feel it, especially for the Libras. Oh my gosh, I was talking all this stuff, and then the spread. The main thing to realize with these spreads is, even though that this might seem negative, we still have the power to control and change it. For me, when it comes to tarot readings, like, I had to give myself a tarot reading like last week because I was in such a low spot, and I realized that the tarot reading just allowed me to realize that this is what I was harboring, bring it to my awareness so I can just let it go. So this doesn't have to be a negative thing, but the situation here is a pain in the back, something that's been, something new that happened around the new moon that just has been such a pain in the back. I'm a Libra, and for me, it's totally the fact that my finances got screwed over. My EI stopped without me realizing it. My employment insurance stopped without me realizing it 2 weeks ago. And that is the new beginning of like being on my own and not having that financial security, that financial blanket while I figure out my business, right? So that was really interesting. But the thing is it was only my thoughts. It was only my fear of, husband's gonna kill me. What am I gonna do? Oh, it was only those, because once I took a step back and realized, no, like, this is actually beneficial because now I'm able to do this and I'm able to do that, and I'm realizing how grateful I am, and the fact that even though I don't have this source of income, I'm not going to be homeless. Like, it really made me realize, like, wow, I have so much support. I would never be homeless. I would never go hungry. And it just really made me realize and appreciate what I have by removing something away. So this is all just our own thoughts, a million thoughts rushing through our head, a lot of worry, a lot of unnecessary worry. Yeah, it might seem like you should worry given the situation, but why? Why not change it around? Why not use the Magician card and say, hey, other people would completely crumble under this situation. They would collapse. It'd be done. Not me. I'm stronger, and I can manifest, and I'm using this as an opportunity to manifest, okay? Obstacle in an aid is realizing these negative emotions that we latch onto, right? This is the obstacle. This is what's keeping us here. Is all these thoughts, these negative low vibration thoughts, greed, envy, you know, bringing it back to my situation because I don't have you in front of me. But when my EI ran out, I realized how greedy I actually am. Why do I need that? Why do I need that money? You know? Was it just so I could travel, party more? What do I really need that money for? You know, it was greed because I have more than enough. This is an obstacle and an aid. Recognizing that it was low vibe, greed, those jealousy, all those low vibration emotions, lust, that put you here, that created this situation. All we can blame is ourselves. We created it. Magician card. We created it. Okay, obstacle and aid. Of course, subconsciously, financial balance, especially in a relationship. Especially in a relationship, because Libras, you guys, we rule relationships. Still balancing our finances, still juggling, still trying to figure it all out. Still trying to get our scales back into balance. Thinking that you put out enough that you should be feeling like this. Feeling that you put out enough positive energy, manifested enough, you're like, what the hell? Why is this new beginning such a pain in my back? Why is this new change such a pain in my back? When I put out so much positivity, I put out so much creativity. We're focused on the details. We're not focused on the details at all. It's time to take a fine-tooth comb to your life and actually get out all the crap. And this is really the time to do it. April, it's spring. We have all, you know, all the new growth coming in. Where are we planting that new growth? In dirty soil? In soil from last year? We're gonna, you know, maybe dig up the garden and put in some new soil. What's it gonna be? So something that would have just passed, a lot of support from family and friends, feeling a lot of support. This is either right now or it would have just passed away. So yeah, feeling like, hey, could be a lot worse because you know that you have the support of your family and friends behind you. And fortunately, the future card is really gaining that authority back, really focusing on your roots, really getting grounded, really focusing on getting yourself aligned and in that spot, that authoritative spot of action. You are a chameleon. It is time to let go of that old skin. This is stress time. This stress time, it forces us to change and to grow and to take action. So, time to say thank you for this. Time to thank it in April. Yeah, it's going to suck at the beginning, but be grateful. Be grateful that, you know, we're being stressed into submission, that we're being stressed into changing. Emotionally, this is a weird feeling for you. This is a weird emotional feeling for you. It's new, it's raw, it's passionate, it's this new feeling that we're not used to as air signs, right? Like we think about our feelings. We don't feel them. we don't emote, depending on your other planets, but for me, I'm a double air sign, and then my rising is Capricorn, Earth. So I don't feel my emotions. No, I think about them and I analyze them and I make sense of them before I go and tell them to someone else. But with this happen, my pride was completely knocked off, walked into work and just instantly cried. I would never do that. I would never do that. This new emotion, this new emotional self that's coming out is incredibly pure. It's almost like you need to eat this newness, this newness of purity before you can get forward, before you can digest what's going on. Okay? we feel like we're leap padding from one situation to the next, but we need to feel these emotions. We need to feel through it. Family and friends are doing really well. Family and friends are abundantly happy. They're good. You can go to, if you're like me having some issues here, go to your family and friends because they have enough and they want to support you. Because Libra, cardinal signs have a hard time asking for help. That's what I really, really find. They have a hard time asking for help because they expect more from themselves and they've always had it together. You know, I moved out when I was like 19, never looked back. And now, you know, almost, 10 years later, I'm like, wait, do I have to move back home? My parents have the space, you know, they have the option, but it's my pride of saying, no, I'm not asking for help. I would rather be out on the street than ask for help. So it's really what we create. Hope and fear. You want more control over our thoughts. We want that transformation. We want to go back to those inner child days where things were easier. Yeah, of course, but we fear it. We fear letting loose. We fear letting go, reverting back. And it's time. That new emotion coming in, very pure. Very pure. We don't need to head in like a rhino. We don't need to force it in. We can slowly assert our emotional authority. Absolutely. We can slowly do that from a place of contentment and from a place of transformation. I know I've definitely transformed a little bit, been talking more about how I feel to other people, and you know, it's been emotional for me because I feel like the only way that you can explain how you feel is through anger. You know, getting mad at that person instead of just saying, I don't feel good. You're not making me feel well. Instead, it's, well, you did it. Ah! You know what I mean? So it's a hope and a fear. We know that we have the power to take some authority over emotions, but we fear it as well because it's a lot easier to just ignore them, to just talk about it, to just apologize about it, but to fight about it and to actually confront it head on, whew, it's terrifying. Last card, outcome. Wow. This will continue. This will continue. And it's only because of how we feel and what we think and our thoughts and what we're manifesting. So it'll continue because we've closed our eyes to change. We've closed our eyes to, you know, comfort, emotional comfort too. But we're only hurting ourselves. We're only taking away from ourselves by not going and asking for help, by not going and putting out the proper energies, by not using our own authority. It's time to start to realize that, you know, we have needs. We totally have needs. And we've put out a lot. We have put out a lot of pure positive energy, and for it not to come back in the way that we expected, yeah, we're going to get angry, of course. Of course. When you don't feel supported, when you feel rejected. But you know, like I said, we're positive. We have the power of manifestation. This is really the only seemingly negative card. But it's really just realizing either you're taking from someone, or you need to be taking from someone, or someone's taking from you and they need to stop. Like, it's pretty straightforward. First step is putting out some more positive energy and then getting that authority back. Feeling that power again. Because you have it. Once we stop focusing on balancing ourselves against others, with others, finding the balance within instead of without, especially through our relationships. Especially through our relationships, our thoughts, our greed, our envy, our jealousy, our lust. All that stuff is just holding us back. We have the support to grow, to transform, and for everything to be great. It's right there. It is right there waiting for us. But we're too focused on what we've already given. We're too focused on, you know, the past, especially during this Venus retrograde. Everybody else seems to be starting new and getting all these changes and new beginnings. And here's Libra, you know, can talk about positivity and creativity and optimism, but they're still stagnant. Where's the new beginning? Is it theirs even? Is it something that they need to latch onto from someone else, from a fire sign, an Aries? Is it the Aries that has a new beginning and Libras are sort of like, well, they got it. You know, Aries is right on our opposite side of the zodiac. We have to learn from them. Aries made that change, and they got a reward from it. They had courageousness. Is that a word? They had it. So for the Indigos for April, what do you need to hear? What's going on, Indigos? Libra Indigos. Libra Indigos. I need a card for Libra Indigos, please. Libra Indigos. Okay. Trust. I think the interesting about this trust card is that you don't see their face, because this guy's working on it on his own. He's not putting it out there for us to see. He's trusting in himself. It's an inner thing. This is a really amazing card to have, because this guy also has a staff in his hand. He has a cane. That's support. That's the support that we're talking about, that we should feel so grateful to have, especially during this time. Trust in the support that's been given. He's also standing on his tippy toe. Like right here, he's got one tippy toe up, it seems. What do you think that could mean? Maybe standing up for yourself? Maybe speaking up? You know, getting up there, getting out there? Telling people what you want, telling people how you want to be treated, telling people what you feel is right and wrong. Libras, we're all about justice and fairness. A lot of people just don't know. They just don't realize what's fair, you know? Libras need to kind of show them. That's not fair. I wouldn't do that to you. Why are you doing that to me? Do you think because I'm nice that you can just walk all over me? Nope. Nope, nope. You got this. We got this. Okay? I hope you guys enjoyed your reading. I hope you guys are enjoying your Venus retrograde, which is really... I talked to some Libras and like, yeah. Like, whatever you do, if you're thinking about moving on, wait until April 16th. Wait until Venus goes direct before you make any crazy decisions about your relationships or the way you look or the way you're perceived. April 16th, okay? Love you guys. Thank you so much for all your support. I will see you in May, and it'll probably be outside because I just need to get out there. I'm looking outside right now, and I just got to get out there. So hope you guys have an amazing, amazing April. Love you guys so much, and talk soon.